Stratified sampling. So firstly, what is stratified sampling? Imagine in a year group there are 40 boys and 120 girls. A teacher wants to interview 20 students. Would it be fair to do 10 boys and 10 girls? No, of course it wouldn't be, because in the first place you've got a lot more girls than you've got boys, so 10 boys and 10 girls wouldn't be fair. So to find out how many boys and girls you should ask, what you need to do is you need to figure out what fraction of the year group of boys and what fraction of the year group of girls. So at the beginning you've got 40 boys and 120 girls, so that's 160 students altogether. 40 boys out of 160, 40 out of 160 is a quarter. So a quarter of the year group to begin with are boys, and a quarter, or 3/4 then would be girls. So what you need to do is you need to work out a quarter of 20 to find out how many boys they ask, and 3/4 of 20 to find out how many girls they ask. So a quarter of 20 would be 5 students, 5 boys, and 3/4 of 20 would be 15 girls. And that's how many you should ask. And why is stratified sampling useful? Well, stratified sampling keeps the sample, or the number to be interviewed or questioned or whatever, in the same proportion to the population. In other words, the year group of whatever it's being taken from. Okay? So let's look, to do any stratified sampling question, you're going to need to know this formula. Okay? And the formula is the number in the category, so in other words, how many boys there were, the total number, in other words, the total number of students, times by the sample size, in other words, how many people wanted the question. So let's do a quick example. There are 1,200 students in a school, and 200 are in year 7. If Mr. White wants to interview 30 students, how many year 7s should he ask? So what you just need to do is you need to plug these numbers into the formula, and you should know this formula off by heart. Okay, so number in the category, in other words, number of year 7s, is going to be 200. Total number, well, total number of students in the school, 1,200, times by the sample size, times by 30. So if we put these numbers into the formula, you get 200 divided by 1,200. That's a sixth. In a non-calculator question, what you do is you would simplify down that fraction, but if you've got a calculator, you can just do top number divided by the bottom, and times that by the sample size. So a sixth times 30 would be 5 year 7s. Let's look at another question. This is an exam question. The head teacher of a school of 1,000 students wishes to take a sample of 60 students. The number of students in each year group is as follows. How many students should be included in each year in the sample? So, what you need to do is you need to remember the formula. Number in each category divided by total number times by sample size. So, year 7s. There's 250 year 7s, and you're going to divide that by 1,000 because there's 1,000 students, and times that by 60 because he wants to interview 60 students, and that would give you 15. It's the same number for year 8 because there's 250 year 8s as well, so that'll be 15. Year 9s, well, year 9 is 200 divided by 1,000 times by 60 would give me 12 students. Year 10, 150 divided by 1,000 times by 60 is 9 students. And lastly, 150 divided by 1,000 times by 60 equals 9 pupils. And what you need to do here is you need to just add up these numbers to see if they equal the 60 that he wants to interview. 15 plus 15 is 30, plus 12 is 42, plus 9 is 51, plus 9 is 60. If you've got decimal numbers, you need to round them, and you need to be careful because you always need the number of people that you're going to ask to equal the sample size. Okay?